there, music lovers! Have you ever wondered about the hidden moments in the life of a country music legend? Today, we're diving into the world of Emmylou Harris like you've never seen before. Photos, untold stories, and a journey that'll leave you inspired. Stick around until the end because we've got a surprising gem from her early days that you won't want to miss. Let's get started. First up, picture this. It's the late 1960s, and a young Emmylou Harris is strumming her guitar in a smoky coffeehouse in Washington, D.C. Long dark hair, a bohemian vibe, and a voice that could stop you in your tracks. Born on April 2, 1947, in Birmingham, Alabama, Emmylou grew up in a military family, moving around before landing in Woodbridge, Virginia. She was a dreamer, a girl with a guitar who loved folk music. But here's the hook. Did you know she started college on a drama scholarship at the University of North Carolina at Greensboro? That's right before she was a music icon. She was dazzling audiences as Ariel in Shakespeare's The Tempest. Imagine a young Emmylou, all of 18, in a gold sequin costume, stealing the show. We've got a rare photo from that 1965 performance, and trust me, it's a sight to see. Keep watching to hear about her leap from the stage to the studio. Now, let's fast forward to New York City, where Emmylou took a bold step. She dropped out of college to chase her music dreams. She was barely 20, playing gigs in Greenwich Village, soaking up the folk scene. But life wasn't easy. She married songwriter Tom Slocum, had a daughter named Hallie, and recorded her first album, Gliding Bird. In 1969, the album was a flop, and her marriage fell apart soon after. Broke and heartbroken, she moved back to her parents' home in Maryland with her baby girl. Here's where it gets interesting. Emmylou didn't give up. She started singing in D.C. area clubs like the Cellar Door, where she caught the eye of a local duo, Bill and Taffy Danoff. They introduced her to club owners, and soon, her voice was turning heads. Want to know who changed her life forever? Stay tuned. Enter Graham Parsons, the guy who flipped Emmylou's world upside down. In 1971, a mutual friend recommended her to Graham, a rising star in country rock. When he heard her sing, he knew she was special. Emmylou joined his band, and their chemistry was electric. They recorded albums like GP and Grievous Angel, blending country and rock in a way that felt fresh and raw. Photos from those days show Emmylou with her long, flowing hair, standing beside Graham, both of them looking like they were born to make music together. She once said they were like dancing partners who fell into step instantly. But tragedy struck in 1973 when Graham died of a drug overdose at just 26. Emmylou was devastated, but she turned her grief into art, writing Boulder to Birmingham, a heartbreaking tribute to her friend. Curious about how she kept his legacy alive? You'll want to stick around for that. After Graham's death, Emmylou could have walked away, but she doubled down. She signed with Reprise Records and released Pieces of the Sky in 1975, an album that put her on the map. With hits like If I Could Only Win Your Love, she showed the world her crystalline voice and knack for picking soulful songs. Rare photos from this era capture her in fringed jackets and hippie blouses, rocking that bohemian style she's famous for. Her band, the Hot Band, featured legends like James Burton and Rodney Crowell, and they brought her music to life. By the late 70s, she was a star, with albums like Luxury Liner and Quarter Moon in a 10-cent town climbing the charts. But here's a question. What made Emmylou stand out in a male-dominated industry? Keep watching to find out. Emmylou's secret sauce. Her heart and her willingness to collaborate. She's worked with everyone from Bob Dylan to Dolly Parton to Neil Young. In 1987, she teamed up with Dolly and Linda Ronstadt for the album Trio, a masterpiece that blended their voices into pure magic. A rare behind-the-scenes photo from those sessions shows the three of them laughing, looking like lifelong friends. The album was a massive hit, earning a Grammy and proving Emmylou's ability to cross genres. She didn't stop there. She sang duets with Roy Orbison, Willie Nelson, and even Mark Knopfler. One fun fact, her duet with Roy Orbison, That Lovin' You Feelin' Again, won a Grammy in 1981. Want to hear about her unexpected movie soundtrack contributions? Don't go anywhere. Speaking of soundtracks, Emmylou's voice has graced some iconic films. She sang Go to Sleep, You Little Baby with Alison Krauss and Gillian Welch for Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?, helping the soundtrack win a Grammy for Album of the Year in 2002. She also wrote A Love That Will Never Grow Old for Brokeback Mountain, which snagged a Golden Globe. Photos from these recording sessions show her in the studio, headphones on, pouring her soul into every note. But Emmylou wasn't just about music. She's got a big heart. She's been a fierce advocate for causes like ending landmines, supporting Vietnam vets, and even boycotting KFC for their factory farming practices. How does a country star become a humanitarian hero? The answer's coming up. By the 1990s, Emmylou was reinventing herself. She formed the Nash Ramblers and recorded a live album at the Ryman Auditorium, a crumbling Nashville landmark. That album, At the Ryman, sparked a revival for the venue, and photos from those nights show Emmylou commanding the stage with her silver hair shining. Yes, she started embracing her gray hair in the 90s, a bold move that became her signature. Look, her 1995 album, Wrecking Ball, produced by Daniel Lanois, was a game-changer. Leaning into moody, atmospheric sounds, songs like Where Will I Be and Orphan Girl showed her fearless creativity. Fans still talk about that album as a turning point. Want to know what inspired this shift? Keep watching. Gone of the rarest photos we've found is from 1971, showing Emmylou busking on the streets of DC before she was famous. She's got her guitar case open, a few coins scattered inside, and a look of pure determination. That's the Emmylou Harris story, grit, talent, and a heart full of music. So, what's your favorite Emmylou song or moment? Drop it in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching until the end, Juro, the real MVP.